the casuals out there are not going to know about this kid, uh, Jake LaRavia, which is okay. He played for the Sacramento Kings, but ultimately you're looking for a guy who can and will create his own shot. And no disrespect to Dorian Finney-Smith, but he did not create his own shot. He was limited offensively to catch and shoot. At least with Nick LaRavia, he can and will create his own shots. That's what the highlights show. He shot over 40% from three-point line. The Lakers immediately addressed the position right after Dorian Finney-Smith left. So as far as I'm concerned, we upgraded the position to a guy who could also create his own shot. That's a plus. And he plays good defense. These people tell me that he is a baller, and that anyone who's a casual was not gonna know who he is. But the diehards have watched him play, and he's really, really solid. And there's a reason why the LA Lakers were interested in the cat, because he knows how to ball. So there's no doubt about it. We are good, A-OK, without Dorian Finney-Smith. We have Jared Vanderbilt. He's not going to be out the whole season. He's going to play the entire season. So let's not forget about that as well. Now, the center position, the multi-billion, quadrillion dollar question. Who is the Lakers center going to be? And really, it could be anybody. And I certainly hope it's not DeAndre Ayton, because he's late to practice. He's late to flights. He doesn't show any effort. He doesn't have a good attitude. I really, 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 really do hope the Lakers avoid DeAndre Ayton at all costs, no matter what. Don't bring in a guy who doesn't show the commitment to playing championship basketball. This would be very disrespectful to GOAT King LeBron James, and as the longtime agent of Kobe, it would be very disrespectful to Kobe's memory for Rob Pelinka to bring in DeAndre Ayton. As far as the trade market goes, they are talking about a potential trade with Kessler of the Utah Jazz or another team. There's Nick Claxton. There's a potential trade with Richards of the loser Phoenix Suns. So the loser Phoenix Suns are about to get fleeced. They trade for a guy who failed a physical with the Lakers. And Nick Richards may be involved in a trade to the Lakers. So there's two candidates out there who, and let's face it, Jackson Hayes balled it out, but he's too undersized to play center. The Lakers need a real center. Maxi Kleber wasn't available until Game 5. He had limited minutes. All the Lakers need, they don't need a superstar center. They're not looking to get flashy play from the center position. Okay, you do need a guy who's athletic enough to catch the lobs from Luka and GOAT King LeBron. It has to be a very athletic center. But first and foremost, got to be able to rebound the basketball. That is who we have to find, okay? Is Al Horford a guy who's going to catch the lobs and slam dunks? Maybe not. Maybe he's not the right fit. Maybe Rob Pelinka has his eyes on a very particular fit, whose particular skill set is going to mesh well with LeBron and Luka at the key. So I can't wait to find out who the next center is going to be. Thomas Bryant, could he be back with the Lakers? We don't know. It is an option. It is a name. There are many, many names out there. Clint Capella can't shoot great, this and that, this and that. I think he's overrated, you see. Jonas, I would have loved Jonas. You know, it's Denver's plus, so you got to counter with somebody that's going to be a beast against a bunch of 7-footers in the paint. And certainly the West has been super stacked. Do we got to bring more athleticism to the team? Then I like Al Horford a lot, but there's a particular target that Rob Pelinka has in mind that we may or may not know about. DeAndre Ayton fits the athleticism benchmark, but as far as his commitment to basketball, not being late for practice, for flights, being very entitled, we don't want somebody like that that does not have the mentality to win championships. You have to be completely dialed in. They have to stay away from DeAndre Ayton. But what are some of the other targets out there? I've mentioned quite a few of them. We really don't. The Lakers have a particular target in mind, which is why they are seeking the trade avenue to acquire a center. They have a very, very particular target in mind that, quite simply, nobody really knows until it happens. It is going to be a surprise. But certainly, we are looking for some athleticism in the position. We're not looking to be a superstar. We're looking for a rebounder with some athleticism to catch some lobs from Doak, the Bond, and Luka. When we find that target, the Lakers offense is going to be going very well. The defense is not going to be sabotaged by second chance points as we saw against the Timberwolves. We have the same exact team. It's only Dorian Finney-Smith who left, and we have his replacement, Nick LaRavia. So I think it's time to chillax that Vincent's not going to be hurt the whole year. Vanderbilt's not going to be hurt the whole year. Uh, he's going to be much better. Dalton Nett's going to be much better. Year two. So, and we got the kid from Arkansas who had 45 dunks last year. Very athletic. Another guy with a big wingspan. I'm liking this offseason so far for the Lakers. It ain't about making the sexiest of moves. What happened to the Nets super team? What happened to Steve Nash and Dwight Howard and Kobe Bryant? That was a failed super team. I know these aren't the only failed super teams. There's a few other ones that we know about that were failed super teams. Kyrie was involved in one of them. Yeah, their weaknesses, Dallas, is injuries and defense. And where's the bench help going to be from? Houston Rockets, their main defense, their main weakness is lack of established championship pedigree because Kevin Durant has not won a championship in his career outside of being cupcaked to a title. Finney-Smith has no experience winning in the playoffs. I question the move to the Houston Rockets on his part to join a bus-riding bum over the GOAT and king of the league. It is the DFS shaming ritual. He leaves for the bus-riding cupcake bum, and he misses out on the ring because he underestimated GOAT King Bonte. Yeah, that's my narrative. But I know this guy was all about the bag. You're not serious about winning championships if you leave the LA Lakers and go King Bond looking for some trash ass Houston Rockets team with a bus riding cupcake bomb who won 0 rings. Yeah, about the bag. He public enemy number 1. But you see, he didn't realize the Lakers already had a replacement in mind for him. You see, he thought the Lakers would miss him. But very, very little does he realize the Lakers found a white mamba dude who can create his own shot. Finney-Smith can't create his own shot. You're more versatile when you can create your own shot. You've got to create your own shots in the postseason. Teams tighten up defensively. It makes it easier on the offense if you're able to ISO and create your shot. This is what Nick LaRavia can contribute to the team. A much better 3-point percent than I wonder where he ranks among the league. A 3-point shooting percentage last year, because over 40%, damn, that is lethal. 3-point percentage leaders 2024. These guys be shooting 45% from 3-point. That was unheard of, I think. Even 5-10 years ago. The ridiculous accuracy from the 3-point line. Since I go to the regular season, who's the top 3-point shooting percentage? Taurean Prince. He used to be on the Lakers. We really could use that 43.9%. No, I should see his name on here. He was at 42%. Maybe he shot 42% on one of his teams. He ain't on the list. He shot 40% last year. Where is he? Okay, I did call him Jake at the beginning, and I called him Nick, and I forgot his first name, which is perfectly fine. But I ain't here for 3D checkers. I'm here to play chess. 24-25. He shot a total of 42.3% from 3-point. Why is his name not popping up on the list? So he was top 10 in 3-point percent. He shot better than Dorian Finney-Smith. He shot better. He shot better than Dorian Finney-Smith from 3-point. He was 41%. LaRavia is 42%. Same skill set, except LaRavia is better. He can create his own shot. He also plays defense. So he is better at a fraction of the price. $6 million per year. 2 years, $12 million. $6 million. $6 million under that luxury tax. That magical number 6 we be talking about. The time has come. It's no coincidence Nick LaRavia is born on the day that Kobe made his debut against the T-Wolves. And he was drafted by Minnesota, Jake LaRavia. And he was drafted 19th overall. The back-to-back is surely on the way. These rather minor details are rather significant details. 19th overall pick, Kobe's NBA debut on the same day that Jake LaRavia was born, his birthday. These are big, big signs. Free agency ends in a month or two. There's lots and lots of time for the Lakers. They didn't lose their team. They have the whole team back. They can only fine-tune the roster. They fine-tuned the wing play off the bench with Dorian Finney-Smith. Now it's about finding a real center and some more. They got some versatile wing play with the biggest steal of the draft. Adu Diallo, he was balling during that March Madness run with Arkansas. He gets better every single year. His leap from first year to third year, he's improved every single year. So this is a guy that's continuing to develop, and he's better than Koloko. You have Luka and you go King the Bond. You're always going to be a championship contender. Austin Reed, hopefully hit the weight room. He's going to play much better than the player. I have no doubt about it. Next year, I have no doubt about it. We need a number 4 scorer behind Goat, King LeBron, and Luka and Austin Reeves. I think we need a real number 4 scorer right behind. A center that can get 10, 15 points. The center's got to complement the team by scoring a bunch of different other ways. That's the first and foremost. Well, the first and foremost is rebounding, but a complementary scorer, 15 points is enough. A center that can get you 12, 15, 17, 18, 20 points. complement the scoring of the big three. This is what we have to do. Let's go. Let's nail the business done. No DeAndre Ayton. Let's find the center. Let's go. Let's focus. Let's go. All eyes on the mission. Go to the bond last year. The Lakers. Go to the bond decision up to the commissioner, up to Savannah Brinson, up to go to the bond. Any of these three, I think the decision is up to these three. If go to the bond going to be back for the back-to-back. Otherwise, the decision is going to be decided by his wife and the commissioner, I think. It's going to be up to the commissioner or his wife if Goat King the Bond come back. Hopefully it's up to Goat King the Bond. Hopefully it is. Looks like Goat King the Bond has final say over Savannah, so it's Goat King the Bond's call. It's Goat King the Bond's call. But yeah, that $6 million a year, that $6 million under the luxury. These are very, very fine details. I think there's some teams he's got to come back and he's got to conquer next year. I don't think it would be a great script to come out the last season and win the championship. But ultimately, there's some other teams that people are going to say, oh, he can't beat that team. He can't beat that team. He can't beat the Clippers. He can't beat the Thunder. What if the Lakers don't get the Thunder? He can't beat the Thunder. There's only the Lakers can only build off of it wasn't the most successful campaign, but ultimately you're laying the foundation, you're laying the bricks. If under the first year of JJ Redick, you win 50 games and you have home court, that's a lot better than what happened under the Darvin Ham era. The Lakers are showing improvement after 1 year of JJ Redick. It can only surely get better from this point forward into the future. And so you're looking for instant gratification free agency, but you don't want to sign the wrong player. You first and foremost don't want to sign the wrong player. There's going to be lots of problems with Clint Capella in the Houston Rockets. There's not going to be problems with Dorian Finney-Smith. There's going to be problems with the center position in the paint and what ways Clint Capella can score. I don't really like his outside shot. We'll find out. Yeah, the anointed one is Goat King the Bond James, but the anointed one is who is chosen to be the Lakers center that is going to set the stage for completing the entire roster. What is left is we need some centers. McGee and Dwight Howard. We need 2 centers. Who are they going to be? Get rid of Alex Len. He's gone. Make the Lakers really deep as far as the big men goes. Not just power forward type size like Rui Hachimura. Lakers need a little bit more from that position because the championship is won by rebounding, defense, and no second chance points. That's the formula that won the championship 5 years ago. Same winning formula. Got to fine tune it, perfect it, be ready to go.